In the bustling heart of New Delhi, beneath the shade of a neem tree in the courtyard of the centuries-old university, Meera adjusted her silk shawl as she welcomed a gathering of scholars, students, and policy leaders from across continents. Among them was Obi, a Nigerian researcher who had journeyed far to witness the birth of something remarkable, the Indian Research Assessments Forum, IRAF. As the voices settled, Meera rose and spoke not with the cadence of a bureaucrat, but with the warmth of a storyteller. She wove tales of how, for too long, the world had measured research by numbers, papers, citations, rankings, while neglecting the soul of inquiry, the community it served, and the questions it dared to ask. Around her, heads nodded. The air felt thick with possibility. Later that evening, under lantern-lit skies, Obi shared a story from home, of a healer who kept no books, yet cured many, of a village elder whose wisdom could not be cited, but shaped generations. In Africa, he said, we call it Ubuntu. I am because we are. Knowledge is not owned, it is shared. It lives not in towers, but between people. Meera listened intently. She saw in his words a mirror of India's own traditions, its multilingual legacy, its plural wisdoms. That night, something shifted. IRAF would not be just a policy tool. It would be a living promise to measure what matters, to honor voices long ignored, and to blend tradition with technology in a way that spoke both to Silicon Valley and to the sacred riverbanks of Varanasi. In the months that followed, IRAF became more than a forum. It became a movement. Students used AI to trace forgotten languages. Researchers built frameworks that respected both code and culture. And elders were invited to peer-review innovation, not for impact factor, but for relevance. Across India and Africa, bridges were built, not of concrete, but of conscience. And as Meera wrote in her journal beneath that same neem tree, let this be the era where research assessment is not a gatekeeper, but a guide, ethical, open, and deeply. As the sun dipped below the horizon of Lagos, Obi stood before a circle of young African scholars beneath an iroko tree, his voice steady with conviction. India has not just launched a forum, he said. They've extended a hand. The Indian Research Assessments Forum dares to assess research not by prestige, but by purpose. And it calls us, Africa, to respond, not with applause, but with Ubuntu. He paused, letting the word linger like a sacred rhythm. Ubuntu teaches us that a breakthrough in one corner of the world must echo in the lives of all. If India is rising, then we must rise too. Not in competition, but in collaboration. A hush fell. Then a student asked, "Can we create our own forum?" Obi smiled. Yes, and not just a name. With Ubuntu, we can weave our ethics into the framework, assessing research by its hewing, its justice, its relevance to our people.